Hello, everyone, and welcome to our free virtual Seniors Arts and Wellness Program by Mandala Arts. My name is Ashwati Chinat. I'm Associate Artistic Director with Mandala, and we are so happy to be able to share this program with you. Today, we have our second program. We have our dance and movement program every Thursday with Sonia. And today we have our first breathwork and meditation program with Saba, who is a wonderful energy. And I hope that you enjoy class today, and please spread the word and make this program available to all of your friends and family. So I'll pass it on to Saba.
Thank you, Ashwati. Welcome, everyone. My name is Saba Heather, and I'm going to be your breathwork and meditation guide today. Just a brief introduction. I have been teaching yoga and meditation for over 10 years, and I've been training people to become yoga and meditation teachers as well. This is my passion. This is my dharma. This is my life's purpose. And I really find true joy in being able to share this art and science of breathing right, breathing correctly, and being able to attune to who we are really on the inside. Oftentimes we associate ourselves with what is outside of us and who we are on the outside. Breathwork, meditation, and yoga help us to connect with what is inside, the true self. Before we start the practice, I invite you to be mindful of your own body and your own breath. While my instructions are going to be general, you will have to decide what works for you or not. So if anything throughout the practice in this class or any other class does not feel right to you, feels too much, overwhelming, then you always have a choice to stop practicing, ask questions, take a break, and maybe come back to the practice when you're feeling all right. If there are any serious medical conditions that you are experiencing, have dealt with, that I would invite you to maybe take this conversation outside of this class, have a chat, and see how we can best cater these classes to your needs and your body's requirement. Now, we'll start. Why breath work? In the yogic philosophy, it is said that we are not given a certain number of years to live, we are given a certain number of breaths to breathe. And now when we think of our breathing from that perspective, that it completely changes how we look at breath and how we look at longevity, how we look at health and life in general. If we are able to expand life, if we are able to stretch breath, we are able to stretch life. I said stretch life. So if we are able to expand breathing, we are able to expand our life as well. The breath work in Sanskrit is called pranayam. Prana means, loosely translating, prana is breath, but prana is more in Sanskrit than just breath. Prana is life force. Prana is something that is magical and beautiful and mystical that we breathe in, and it allows for us to stay alive when we take that in. If we were to push that breath into a cadaver, the cadaver is not going to be able to breathe. So there is something magical when we breathe in that combines within ourselves, within our bodies, that makes it magical for us to be able to continue to breathe and stay alive. So that's prana. What is ayam? Ayam means to exercise, to stretch, to expand. So when you combine these two words, we get a compound word that is called pranayam, which means expansion or exercising of this life energy, expanding of this life energy. So when we practice breath work, we feel expansion of energy within ourselves. Not only are we able to breathe better, not only are we able to increase levels of oxygen in our body, but we are also able to feel this surge of energy within us. We feel more energetic. We feel less overwhelmed. We feel less foggy. Oftentimes we get into a room and we think, why did I get here? And we don't remember sometimes why we are there. We keep our glasses on our head when we search for our glasses all over the house. We search for our keys all over the house, things like that. When we make breath work part of our everyday practice or a consistent practice, then we start to see these ripple effects in our day-to-day life, where we are able to breathe better, we are able to think better, we are able to experience this sort of stillness and peace within us that has been foreign all our lives for some of us. So that's the goal with our classes. The intro is a little bit longer today because it's our first session, but I promise I won't give you this spiel in the next class. So today we will start the class by first analyzing our breath. And I will be looking at my phone because I'm going to time your breath. This is an exercise that you and I will do together as our first class. We will try to find where our breath is. So go ahead and take a comfortable seated position. As you can see, I'm sitting on a chair. Breathwork and meditation can always be done on a chair. If you're more comfortable sitting on the ground on your yoga mat, you can absolutely do that as well. So go ahead and decide what is that comfortable position for you. If you notice one thing though, that even though I'm sitting on the chair, I'm not leaning into the back of the chair. I'm trying to keep my spine straight. So however you are sitting on your mat or on your chair, try to keep your spine as erect as possible. That is one requirement that we try to attain. Let's say that that's not a possibility today, that's okay. But that's the goal in our meditation and breathing practice. So go ahead and have a straight spine. Either you're sitting on the ground or your feet are on the ground. Your hands are now gently and comfortably resting on your thighs. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. Close your eyes. Ground down through the legs. Ground down through the tailbone, through your pelvis. Find length in your spine. Soften your belly, soften your chest. Visualize your neck is long, the crown of the head growing up towards the sky. And as you start this class, you internally, quietly, softly affirm to yourself, I am here, I am present, I am ready. I am here on my mat, on my chair, in my house, physically. I am present in my practice of breathwork and meditation today, mentally. I draw my thoughts to the present moment. And I'm ready to go wherever my practice will take me today, emotionally and spiritually. I am here. I am present. I am ready. Without changing the breath just yet, start to only notice it. Notice how the breath is entering the body and how the breath is leaving the body. To begin our class, we are going to count how many breaths we are able to take today in 1 minute. This will help us assess where the breath is, how we progress in our breathing practice during this series. So go ahead and take a big breath in and breathe it all out. Then start counting for your own self now. You're not changing the breath. You're not manipulating it. You're only just observing your breath here, counting how many breaths you're able to take in 1 minute. And stop. You can come back to your regular breathing now. You know this number. We will discuss this number after the class, at the end of the class. There's no right or wrong number here. Just keep that in mind that what that number is, and we'll continue with our practice. Go ahead and rest your left hand on your heart and right hand on your belly. Relax the shoulders and relax the elbows completely. The legs are heavy. You may even lean into your chair if you like to support your spine. Now, Start to breathe into your belly. Imagine the breath is going to touch your right hand that rests on your belly. And then you continue to breathe to allow the breath to touch your left hand. Breathe out the same way. First, allow the belly to slightly go inward, and then allow the breath to leave the body from the chest as well. Don't try to breathe suddenly too big. This is a process. Imagine your body as a balloon right now. And when we breathe into the balloon, we don't just in one breath expand the balloon to its fullest. We take several breaths, we take some time, we pause to be able to go to that place where the balloon is expanded to its fullest. So is the breath. So take the time here to slowly expand the body. One breath at a time, the body opens up a little bit more. For some of us, breathing into the abdomen can feel like a very foreign practice, something that you're not used to, something that you have never practiced maybe before. But as a species, that is how we're supposed to breathe. We're supposed to be breathing big abdominal breaths, filling the belly up with breath, stretching the belly, stretching the chest, the rib cage, expanding the collarbones. And as we do that, we send signals to our nervous system. As the body stretches, the nerve endings get the signal that it can start to relax. When the nervous system gets the signal that it has the luxury in this moment to be able to relax, then you start to feel the sense of calm come all over your body. It is when that you're calm, that you feel the sense of peace and clarity that comes with breath work. And this sense of peace and clarity further feeds into your being able to breathe even bigger. And it completes this beautiful cycle of allowing the body to heal and restore itself. The physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body, and finally the body of Ananda, the body of bliss. That's the ultimate goal, to experience bliss through the practice. See now, if the breath is able to create this hissing sound, like you're softly constricting your throat, your glottis, to make this sound, you're able to breathe in and breathe out softly and slowly into the body. If the mind is already distracted, bring it back to your breath. If you have to think of something, if the mind has to be occupied with something, let it be your breath. Let the mind think only of the breath. Let the mind focus only on the breath. Breathing in and out. Notice how the coolness of the breath touches your upper lip. It enters your nose. It warms up, travels down your throat, And then you lose that sensation somewhere in your upper chest, maybe even in your throat. How far are you able to trace the sensation of the breath entering your body? And at what point do you start to feel the breath coming back out, starting to leave the body? Where does that sensation arise? Do you feel the breath coming out in your abdomen, somewhere in your chest? Do you become aware of it in your throat, maybe the nose? And then finally feel the warmth of the breath on your upper lip again as you finish that cycle. Every mindful breath is an opportunity for us to send strong signals to our nervous system that everything is okay, that you're in the safety of your own home, that you're protected, and the nervous system can relax, that we can shift from fight or flight to rest and restore. Now rest your hands down on your knees, on your thighs. Feel the blood come back to your arms. Feel the heaviness in your hands. Imagine the sense of coolness or warmth in your belly and your chest where your hands were. Tie yourself to this awareness of really becoming attuned to these subtle changes in the body. Do you feel the coolness in your belly, on your belly and on your chest? Or does it feel warm? Now notice the warmness of your hands as you rest them on your knees or thighs. This is a sign that you have activated your energy, that you have activated your body, going deeper, tapping into the deeper layers of our being than just the outside external material. As you continue to breathe here, when you inhale, quietly, internally affirm to yourself, I am well. And as you exhale, affirm to yourself, I let go. Inhale, I am well. Exhale, I let go. Whatever that is for you today, you don't have to understand what is it that you have to let go and how is it that you are going to be well, going to heal yourself. It requires a little bit of surrender. Surrender to the internal knowledge, wisdom of your own body to understand that, which is beyond the comprehension of our brain, our mind. Inhale, I am well. Exhale, I let go. When you inhale, you feel this surge of energy enter your body. You feel rejuvenated. And when you breathe out, affirming, I let go, you feel the sense of lightness, this heavy weight lifted off your shoulders and chest. Can you say these affirmations to yourself with full faith and conviction? Can you really believe in these affirmations today? So that the logical mind can also get on board and help accelerate that process of healing and surrendering, letting go. I am well. I let go. Continuing to practice these abdominal breathing abdominal breaths. Slowly opening the body like an accordion. We will end the class by practicing the same thing that we started the class with, counting our breaths. So go ahead and take one big breath here. Fill yourself all the way up. Breathe it all out. And then start counting your breath now. Now you're breathing slow, mindfully, deliberately, expanding prana, expanding life force energy in yourself. And stop. Again, keep that number in your mind. Bring soft movements back to the body now. First, feel happy and accomplished for being able to stay still. Close your eyes and focus on yourself. You can start by swaying from side to side. Then you can sway back and forth. Circles with the head. This can be half a circle here or full circle if your neck allows you to do that. One clockwise, one anti-clockwise. Nothing forceful, nothing sudden. As if you're dancing to the tune of your own breath. Slow and steady. Bring the head to a neutral. Rest your right hand on your left knee. And just very mindfully as you breathe out, take a twist to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Keep breathing. Come back to the center. Left hand on the right knee. Exhale, twist to the right. Come back to the center. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, reach up. Really allow your body to stretch and expand. Hands come together overhead in prayer. Exhale, release the hands down to the heart. 2 more big full breaths here. Make this your longest, slowest breath of the practice for today. I bow down to the goodness in you, the universe that dwells in you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for practicing with us today. This was just a little bit of a teaser of what these classes are going to be like. I want to be mindful of your time, and if you're in a hurry, I will see you next class. However, if you want to stay back to ask questions, maybe share what your number was at the beginning and at the end, then I will be more than happy to stick around for just a few minutes. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon.